Well, coming up next tonight, a story of local boy does good. A man who just finished wrapping up a very electrifying year. A man who's taken his profession from the kitchen to the media.
You've seen his picture in the paper. You've seen his ad on local television. And now you get to see him on network TV. His name is Sam Choi, a local boy turned a celebrity chef who's been making quite a name for himself doing what he does best. A man who remembers when, just like the ad says, eating did indeed run in his family.
That's a true statement. All our activities are built mostly around food, and it always has been a real topic of the family. Let's go to this restaurant because they got larger servings, or go to that buffet, the food's fresher, I guess that's just the Hawaiian people, I know my mom probably killed me for saying that.
But in fact, it was through the support of his parents that he decided to pursue his culinary career. Sam was born and raised over on Oahu. His father owned a local grocery store, and on weekends, Sam would go with him and help prepare the food for the local luau parties. A graduate of Washington State, Sam entered the culinary school in 1971, and after 7 years with the Hyatt Hotels, he began working for the Turtle Bay Hilton in 1982. In 1986, he was offered the position of executive chef at the Kona Hilton, and needless to say, he packed his bags, packed his family, and he was off to the Big Island. As executive chef, he guides and encourages his 42 employees to turn out the best product they possibly can, and though each meal has his stamp on it, Sam will readily admit that he couldn't do it without his team.
I like the challenge, but I have a super crew here. I'm a firm believer in teamwork. I'm only as good as the people that work for me. See, that's my philosophy, and that has really been very successful for me. I'll be, fully responsible for a bad meal, or and I'll share all the glory with them as far as when he comes up with, successful meals.
So what comes after you've conquered the kitchen? Well, it's time to take on the media.
The black and white photos, Mr. Solomoni, Mr. Roy Thompson, I myself were new to the property here, and of course they're both firmly believers in marketing and sales. And the next thing I knew, I had a set of tickets on my desk to go over to Honolulu to take a bunch of photos there.
But things didn't stop here. Sam's photo was seen by the executives at Hawaiian Electric Company, and before he knew it, he was off to Seattle for filming. The commercial is titled Watts Cooking. It was shot back in August of this year, and the idea here was to show how electricity goes from the power plant to the kitchen. Sam spent 22 non-stop hours shooting these scenes, and he had the time of his life.
It was very exciting. It was something new. We did every scene at least a dozen or more times. I kind of more or less, did a little motion, and he said, "Great, that's what I want, do that again." And then prior to that, Michael Jackson had, a little song on the radio. So I did a little dancing. I said, "Oh, this is all Michael Jackson." Then he says, "Great, that's what we want to do." So they captured that part where I'm kind of like throwing my arms up in the air. And, it's just funny. We turned it into fun. So which was great for them, because then I felt real comfortable. And they felt like, they're getting exactly what they wanted. And that's what made it real easy.
But the question remains, has success spoiled Sam Choi?
I look at it this way, I value success as being a person that can enjoy life, having great friends, go out and do things, what you want to do. I think that's worth more than having, a checking account worth X amount of dollars. I don't know, I still put my pants on the same way, legs first. Until I do it different, then maybe I can say, yeah, I'm successful.
I'm off to catch my fishing tail.
So what does Sam do on his day off? Well, he packs his rod and reel and goes fishing with Mike Sakamoto.
Fishing with Mike Sakamoto, I tell you, man, that guy is a dynamite himself. I tell you, that guy is a true fisherman. He belongs in the ocean. It's a great experience. He makes you feel real comfortable. I really enjoy fishing with Mike Sakamoto.
But Sam's first love is in the kitchen, a place he'd like to see expanded to include more of our local up-and-coming apprentices.
I'm a firm believer in local chefs. And more, it's real sad to see that They have to bring in chefs from other parts of the country here to our islands. I think we have the capability of, developing great chefs here in Hawaii. Of course, schooling education is also very important, and we have it right here in West Hawaii today, It's easy to say we can give the local people here jobs. What kind of jobs? A person that stands behind the line and flip eggs all day, or a person that's sitting in the office and doing all the planning? I like to see the local people behind the desk and doing all the planning.
At this point in his life, Sam is very happy with his home, his family, and his career. And if he had the chance to change it all, well, he wouldn't.
Yeah, I would do it all over again. I don't have no regrets. I would do it all over again. Electricity.